Hi, this is Dave, and welcome to my channel. Well, I'm back in the 49th state, Anchorage, Alaska. Yes, my month-long stay in the Philippines, my birth country, is come and gone. It was fun. It was exciting. I learned a lot. Made a lot of good friends out there. Made some new friends out there. Got in touch with relatives out there, and buried some old bones and healed some old wounds and all that good stuff there. So turned out to be a success. This trip was mom and dad specific. Um, they're getting up there in age, and I wanted to just be their kid and help out as much as I can around the house. It's a pretty big house for those two to be living in there by themselves. And, and they got two dogs over there, Montana and Bobong. He's a he's a terror there. He's a puppy, so Siberian Husky at that. So he was all over the place and giving me every ounce of shit that he could give me. He's a kid, so what do you expect? Uh, you know, and just really absorbing, that how do I want to put it? That country way of living, because mom and dad, they live in the sticks. They're far away from the city and all that, and I really wanted to absorb all that. Waking up in the morning with roosters crowing and them crowing all day and all that. So, that's something that I do miss a lot. Since coming back here, and it was a welcome sight or a welcome thing to hear. The first thing that you hear in the morning. And so my day pretty much just started out anywhere between 4 or 5 in the morning. Just doing a little bit odds and ends stuff. And getting my workouts on, and big shout out to Bull Duds, for accommodating me over there, and of course Carlos Fitness. It's in the opposite direction. They accommodated me also, and so thank you very much for that. Um, what else there? My flight on the way here. Actually, let's go back to the beginning. My flight on the way there was pretty cool. Took off from Anchorage, Alaska. Excuse me. At around 3:40 a.m. and I had a 3-hour flight to Seattle, and I had a 5-hour layover over there, and which was cool, and did a little video of sorts over there and tell you how that was going. Then the next stretch was the Seattle to Narita, Japan. No, Narita Airport. I'm sorry, it's in Tokyo, and that was a 10-hour jaunt, and that was a pretty cool flight. I don't know how many bottles of red wine I had. The little mini ones there. Because booze on a international flights is free, so hey, why not take advantage? So did all that. I think I had about 3 or 4 of them, and still can get to sleep. So I was watching a movie and another movie and listening to music and whatnot. And I landed in Narita, and I had a 2.5 hour layover over there. So that wasn't bad at all. And from there, it was Narita to Manila, and that was a 2.5 hour. No, I'm sorry, it was a 4-hour flight, 4.5, and I was out. I slept the whole way through. Didn't have any kind of refreshments, no dinner, no lunch, no nothing. I was out. So that was some pretty good sleep. I had a nice road to myself on the flight over there. um, Landed in Manila around 9:40 p.m. on the 23rd, because you gain that day, the international uh, date line there. So took off on the 22nd here, but landed on the 23rd over there, and got through customs and all. Well, picked up my luggage, my one luggage, that I had, and got through customs and immigration and all that stuff. And they checked for my One Health pass there, and which was good. And um, check my temperature and all that good stuff. See if I had the COVID or the Rona, and all good there. And my dad's driver had picked me up at the airport. He was waiting for me there. Before that, I had to switch my phone over to the Smart brand over. They got Globe and Smart, so I got a SIM card for that, the unlimited data and this, that, and the third. So I was good to hook there. Excuse me while I take a sip. Cuban rum, yeah. And so it was from there at the airport. It was a good, I'd say, 2 hour drive. Yeah, 2 hour drive, maybe hour and a half tops. Not sure. To get to my parents' house in the sticks, and got there around 11:30 midnight. Yeah, midnight 15, somewhere around there. And on the drive up there, the driver, he was racing there, man. I mean, he was not joking around. He was like AJ Ford out there, any Indianapolis car driver, some shit like that. He was ducking and dodging, and I was back in that back seat there, just cool as a cucumber. I was like, hey, just get me there and get me there alive, and he did. Got to my dad's place, and and it was all good. He was very happy to see me, and saw my mom's there, and she was very happy to see me too. I was surprised that she had stayed up to wait for me there. I thought she'd be out, and well, actually knocked out, from sleep and all that, and but she stayed up there. She was waiting on her son. Gave her a big hug and all that, and proceeded to give stuff away to them, from my massively packed suitcase there, which it was at 49 pounds. Yeah, right on the nose, 49 pounds there. So gave Dad a bunch of t-shirts and stuff. Gave Mom socks. That's all she wanted was socks. So gave her a bunch of socks over here that I just don't even use. Hell, some are even brand new, so I just gave them all to Mom's. But the t-shirts, Dad was really digging on them and all that. And I still got some more shirts over here that I'm going to give to him, because I don't think he had really any of them, When I got there, I thought, well, hell, I'll hook him up and whatnot. So that's what I did. And he liked them. He likes all of them. And he even liked the Jack Lambert one, but I don't think he was going to wear that. I'm a fucking maniac on there. And Jack Lambert made that one famous back in the 70s. But I don't think he's going to wear that one anytime soon. So leave it up to Davey, and I did. And got a lot of compliments off of that one there. So there you go. All right, excuse me. And so when I got there to their house, I still couldn't sleep. I guess I was just so excited to see my parents, and could not sleep for the life of me, man. So Dad and I, we was running around doing odds and ends stuff. I think we went to S&R that day and did some shopping, grocery shopping and whatnot. And that was cool. The S&R over there is the Philippine equivalent to Costco here in the United States. So they got a lot of American products over there, and not so American products like Havana Club rum. Well, there's this thing called the embargo here in the United States. You can't get any Cuban products from the nation of Cuba because they're a communist country. So, but they got it in the Philippines, and so I got that Havana Club rum. I don't know how many bottles of that, but rest assured I put that to good use there. And I brought some Don Papa rum too, and put them to good use also. And so it was, my 30 days over there, it was endless amounts of Cuban rum, Filipino rum, San Mig Light, and San Mig Pale Pilsen. Damn near every day. Of course, I worked out too, so there you have it. And I just remember, having a couple shots of the Filipino rum, the Don Papa rum, and as soon as I got to my room, I unpacked all my stuff and put it in its respective drawers and all that, and took a shower and just laid down. I was out. I mean, I was out. Didn't even know I was out. And my pops, he had told me the next day, he went to go check up on me, said, see if everything was all right with me there. And he said, man, when I saw you there and laying down, looked like somebody just, you know, chin checked you there, and you was just out. I didn't even, I yelled your name out and everything, and you just didn't wake up. So, yeah, there you have it. And so, I think the following day I had proceeded to go find a gym and whatnot. My dad's one of Dad's helpers. His name is Chris. Really good guy. He and his son. They help out in the outside of the house there. Mom's got a literally a jungle of plants out there. So they constantly need watering. Twice a day and whatnot. And clean up after the dog's mess and stuff like that. So he brought me to this one gym called Bulldogs, and for each day that you wanted to work out, there's like 45 pesos or something like that. Yeah, and I was like, well, hell, that's cheap. So, and I had talked to the owner of the gym, and I asked her, well, how much for the whole month there, because I'm going to be here for a month. She said, well, 600 pesos. I'm 600 shit. I paid her right off the right there. So it was great. They took care of me. Right next door is that cafe. I think you saw, and I think maybe some of you saw the video that I shot over there, interviewing her and all that. So I do apologize for that footage there. I don't have the proper lighting or anything like that. So, but I'll rectify that. By maybe one or two more items here. When I do my vlogs and whatnot. So, but yeah, it was a nice little gym, nice little country gym there. They had the fans going in there, so there's no AC in there, so you're really, literally sweating buckets in there, man. And I loved it. It's that nice old school feeling in there. And I think I was the only brother up in there. And everybody was just looking at me like I'm some sort of pro athlete or whatnot. They had asked me that too, and I said no. I'm a 53-year-old black man just trying to stay ahead of father time there. So got a lot of compliments for my age and the way I look and all that. So big up to them. And from there, after my workouts and whatnot, I took the tricycle back to the crib. Yeah, those tricycles, man. There's the main bike, then there's a sidecar to it. And once in a while, you run into that sidecar that's big enough that my big ass can get in there. But then there's other times you'll have that other sidecar there. You're in there and you're packed like a sardine, man, and you're fighting for every breath or something like that. So it was really cool, man. Hey, I'm not gonna complain. Now I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed that experience there. I hadn't rode one of those since I was a kid. Of course, I could fit in one of those because, I didn't weigh 250 pounds, or 245. I don't know shit how much I weigh right now, but it was an experience, and I'd do it again. I miss doing that. I didn't ride any jeepneys or anything like that. So, but the tricycle, yeah, did that. It was really cool. As a matter of fact, this one time, right after my workout, took the tricycle to the crib there, and soon as I got out, as soon as he dropped me off at the house, opened up the door, and I just fell out. I was just like, right on my back. I was just like, oh. Driver had asked me if I'm all right, and I said, yeah, I'm fine. Paid him his 60 pesos, and he was out. My dad was there. He was just looking at me, just laughing. And he said, as long as I've lived here, I haven't even been in one of those things yet. And he was very surprised that I, did that, and we had a good laugh about that and all that, and so it was cool. And when what else could I tell you? Celebrated Mom's 81st birthday there, which was cool. Had a few friends over there, for family members and whatnot, and right around the corner was Dad's birthday on the 14th of September, so we celebrated birthday 79 there, and that was cool too, and I haven't celebrated their birthdays in forever, and that felt so good just to be there with Mom and Dad on their days, and just chilling with them, and it was really cool. Um, and of course, their 54th wedding anniversary was on the 19th of September. So we didn't do any celebrating on that, but you know, you know, they got the whole acknowledgement thing, whatnot, from friends and family and whatnot. And I don't think Dad wanted a cake or anything like that because he had 3 cakes on his birthday, so he probably still got them damn things, in the fridge somewhere. So that was that was that was that was something else there. Be there for Mom's birthday, Dad's birthday, and their wedding anniversary. So hey, kill 3 birds in one stone there, man. And just did a whole bunch of other stuff out there. I didn't get to go into the city. Um, Kicking myself in the ass for that one there. I wanted to see the old schoolmates and whatnot, but I think they know the predicament that I was facing. With taking care of Mom and Dad. This trip was just Mom and Dad specific and whatnot, and I wanted to get out there and see them. And do the whole BGC thing and whatnot, but it was just, I don't want to say it was next to the near impossible, but um, I just didn't have the opportunity to go there. So my apologies to them. Um, but there's always next time there. So, and by next time, hopefully I'm shooting for January there, and so we'll see what happens with that there. So basically, I just kept it in and around, Pampanga there. I went to, my cousin and we went to our favorite seafood restaurant called Laza. It was great, the first go around back in 2019. It was great the second go around, in 2022. And, I had everything seafood related there, man. I was just in heaven, and did a vlog on that, which is really cool. And 2 friends of mine from the gym came up and they had joined us and whatnot, so it was really cool having them there. Um, Shout out to Belle and Joyce, and thank you for joining us there. And literally 2 of the nicest ladies that I met out there. They showed me how to move and shake out there, with the best of them and whatnot, and taught me several things out there, what to look out for, what to do, what not to do, and and how to speak, and what to say and what not to say, and all that. And did just ate different types of food out there. I don't think I had any American food while I was out there. Not one. The only time I had anything American out there was Dad. Dad had bought, excuse me, some Texas style ribs from S&R, and them things was good. And he was going to give them to Chris. So we loaded up the Infinity there, and them joints was smelling good, man. I was like, oh man, Chris is going to have to go home ribless today, man, because them things are smelling good. And sure enough, man, I murdered them sons of bitches there, man. It was good, man. So Dad bought another rack of ribs there for Chris, and so he gave it to him. But man, I think that was about the only time I had anything American out there, man. Everything else was just so local, And oh, and by the way, my dad bought an air fryer too. He was bouncing back and forth on whether to get this damn thing, and he got it. And he loves that thing, man. He was cooking up salmon and what else? Made some meatballs in there, which is really cool, and a variety of other stuff out there, And he was really, really digging it, and printed out the instructions for him, what to do and how to operate this thing, and the air fryer itself. The numbers are in Celsius there, so me and my dumb ass, not knowing anything about conversion or anything or math, for the matter, I made out a conversion chart for him, so it'd be so he can better understand it there, So that worked out well. I taped it up on these cabinets, in the kitchen there, so in the clean kitchen and in the dirty kitchen. So like I said, Dad is really, really enjoying that thing, and it's nice too. Shit, I wanted to take it with me, but no, I got my own. It's pretty cool too. So, yeah, the salmon that we that we made over there. Um, it actually came from Alaska. Sure did. Came from Alaska, and I know the brand and everything, man. So, oh, I know this brand. Hell, shit, So thought it out and everything, and you know, you got the temperature all nice and dialed in, and the time all nice and dialed in and whatnot. So turned out just perfect, man. And yeah, he was really liking it. And what else did we do? Went to Jerry's Grill out there with Belle and her best friend Melanie. So big shout to Melanie there. I think she's on her way back to the United States today, Philippine time there. As a matter of fact, her husband is stationed. Well, he's in the Air Force, and he's stationed up here in Alaska. Sure is. So they do live up here. Now, whether am I going to see him or not, I don't know. It would be nice, to meet, her husband and all that. But Mel tells me that he's sort of an introvert and whatnot, and so I'm not going to press the issue, And so if we meet, we meet. We don't, we don't. That's just it. Um, it would be nice to meet him, but if we don't, hey, I'm not going to lose any kind of sleep over whatsoever. But Melanie is a very, very, very nice woman there, and I'm glad that her and Belle are best friends there. They've been best friends since, oh gosh, I think the years that they were living and working in Korea or some shit like that, So it was great to go to Jerry's Grill there, and they showed me different dishes and whatnot, or introduced me to different dishes, to eat and all that, So that was really cool. And what else, man? Gosh, there's a slew of other stuff out there. Did my first official Peloton, over at Belle's house there. She had Joyce there and Melanie there, and Joyce's uncle was there. So did all that. You had the barbecue there. Had the barbecue chicken ass. That's right, barbecue chicken ass. Ate a lot of ass. I'm gonna allow a playoff for that one there. The grilled or barbecued chicken intestines, which wasn't bad at all. Wasn't bad at all. Would I do it again? I think I would. They didn't have the balut there, so no balut for Dave. I figured, I did it that one time back in 2019. That was enough for me there, And gosh, lots of drinks there. We had the rum there, and I had the San Miguel's going and all that, and that was really cool there. And that was such a big success. We did another one the following Friday there. Then they broke out the videoke machine, so that was pretty cool. That was really cool. I did my fair share of singing and whatnot. I think I sang a Ray Charles song there, and gosh, Donny Hathaway and Roberta Flack song there, and what else? I think I did a Harold Melvin and the Blue Note song also. I think I did that. And so, yeah. And they really get into, Filipinos in general really get into the whole videoke karaoke thing there, man. I mean, they put their heart and soul into that. So much respect to that, I mean, it's like they're auditioning for American Idol, even though I don't watch that show, but it just looks like they're, auditioning for that, and I tip my hat off to them, man. Belle's a good singer, Joyce is a good singer, Melanie, she's a great singer, so it was pretty cool. Then Melanie's Belle's niece, I believe, had a birthday party or something like that. So she had friends over there, and they broke out the karaoke machine and whatnot. And, the grown-ups, myself and Belle and Joyce and whoever else was there. We all went upstairs and, had our own little get-together out there. And, the kids were enjoying the videoke machine. And I had said, hey, let's gate crash that right there, man, and go downstairs and sing a song there. Of course, I was feeling a little tipsy and whatnot. And Bella asked me, what are you going to sing? What song do you want to sing? And I said, well, let's sing Hotel California. And we did that song, Hotel California. And that was great. You know, kind of reminded me of that movie Shang-Chi. So that was really cool. And we got a big applause off of that there. And quickly reconvened upstairs to do some more drinking and, eating food and all that, So, yeah, really fun times there, with them. Excuse me. Then let me see. Went to Echo Park. Really, really nice park out there, man. It's beautiful. I mean, just beautiful scenery as far as I can see, man. I went there, I think on an afternoon or something like that. Got some really amazing shots there, and what's that? Made a video there and whatnot, and posted it and whatnot. So maybe you guys saw it, maybe you didn't, but if you get a chance, check it out. It's really, really cool, And made some other videos with Dad, some bullshit sessions, whatnot. So that was really cool. Yeah, and oh, on the day after my mother's birthday, met up with Mikey Arroyo. That's Gloria, the former president of the Philippines, her son. Yeah, came over to the house. The former president and my mom. They go back a long ways. They grew up. They've been knowing each other since they were little girls. So she's a good family friend there. I didn't meet the mom, because she was holed up in Congress and whatnot. So. But Mike, he came down and we shared a couple drinks there. And we went to this one place in San Agustin, I believe it was, in Santa Rita, and did some partying over there. And beautiful, beautiful house out there. Oh my God, this thing was gorgeous, man. The outside was just gorgeous. I just did some videotaping there and whatnot. So it was really cool. And again, people over there thought I was a pro athlete. I was like, no, I'm not a pro athlete. No. So that was, I really enjoyed my time with them. Really enjoyed it. What else, man? Gosh. Went to Angela City with my cousin Romy. Yeah, that was fun. Went to Walking Street. That was really cool. And, you have to do it. You just have to do it. So we went there and, videotaped over there and went to Tequila Reef and had something like to eat. Had some nachos over there. If you want to call nachos American, I guess that's the second American food that I have there. But yeah, I don't think I call them American or whatnot. Bastardized American. What else? Went to this one place called Las Vegas bar, and that was really cool. It had the dancing girls in there, and it had a dance troupe in there, a cultural dance troupe and whatnot. And that was a lot of fun. I couldn't get any video footage of that. I think they prohibited that. So which is fine. I respected that. And gosh, what else there, man? Went to Angeles a second go around there, and with a friend of mine in Kafia, and we had a great time up there, man. We had a really good time up there. We went and got a foot massage, which was pretty cool. Yeah, and we went to. But before that, we went to this place called 52 Stone. Nice Korean-owned restaurant over there with my cousin Romy and his wife and his daughter there. And I remember his wife when I was a kid. When they were dating, and of course Maurice. Maurice is like what 4'11", 4'10", so she's a little bitty thing there, man. But she's feisty as all hell. So big shout to them. And just had a really good time with them and loved being with them. And Coffee and I, we wound up going to the ABC Hotel, the rooftop bar over there, and we had a couple drinks there. I fired up a stogie there and whatnot, so it was really cool. Yeah. And went to Angela City again for a third time. This was on a Saturday. I think this was maybe a week before I left. And this time I went with Belle and Joyce and Melanie, and we all had a great time out there, man. I mean, it was just one for the ages, And went to this place. Where did we go? I believe we went to the Champagne Bar, yeah, because Belle's got a friend who went to school with and all that. So he's the general manager of the place there, and we was getting drinks for free and whatnot. So it was really cool. And I was DD, so I didn't. I think I may have had what 3 beers the most that night, and after that I was like, nah, I'm not doing anything else here, So they, the 3 ladies went and did their thing and whatnot, and had their drinks, and just it was a really chill night. Then we went to this place called Avalon. Avalon was really cool. I really enjoyed that spot. The entertainment in there was really cool. The talent in there was a hell of a lot better than one of Champaign, but hey, so fired up a stogie in there, and and that was really cool. Where else? We went to this coffee shop and chilled over there for a minute, which was nice. A good lawman actually, and did some video recording over there. And what else? Gosh, drove back, and well, it was damn near 3, 4 in the morning, Sunday morning there, yeah. And yeah, and my dad wound up accidentally locking the house door. He put the deadbolt on there. We have this system when I go out or something like that. If I go out, I have to lock the gate and all this, and shut the door, lock the gate, put the lock on the outside gate and all that. Well, got the outside gate opened up, got the other gate to go into the door opened up, but the door didn't open. Dad had put the deadbolt on there. I was like, shit. And so I wound up staying outside for, I don't know, maybe a good hour and a half or whatnot, just listening to the roosters, crowing and whatnot, which is really cool. And Dad got up, and he saw me out there. So what the hell? He asked me, what the hell am I doing out there? And I said, well, you locked the door on me. I said, yeah, I did. I said, yeah, you did. And he said, oh, so lesson learned there. And we had a big laugh about that. And wow, gosh, what else did I do? Went to Echo Park again. This time early in the morning, and that was my last day. That was on a Wednesday over there. Yeah, and decided to go there and do some walking and whatnot, shoot a video, and find the significance of those white statues and whatnot along the trail there. And what else? Well, went to this roadside store or little restaurant, or Carinderia as they call it and whatnot. And it was really cool. I think I was the only American. I think it was one and only American that went to this place. And the owner of the place, had told me. So had some beef mommy soup there, which is really, really good. And bottled water there, and all told, it wasn't even all that expensive. It wasn't all that expensive at all. Then what else? I just did some running around that day. Thank God I had packed, on a Tuesday. I packed all my stuff there and whatnot. Bella had helped me out. And big shout to her. For helping me out like that. And Wednesday was just, pretty much saying my goodbyes, and going out, this, that, and the third, and I didn't get any sleep that day. I think, or that night, I think I may have gotten about 2.5 hours, because I was on my way to Manila from the sticks on that Thursday. So my dad's driver took me out there actually not to the airport. He dropped me off over Coffee's place, which is, and she drove me to the airport. And big shout to her for doing that, and she's very instrumental in watching out for my folks there also. I can't thank her enough, going out of her way to find out what my parents need and all that. So thank you for hearing that. And got to the airport, and to check my stuff in and whatnot through the conveyor belt. I had to put it in the tray and whatnot. And I put my glasses there, my Oakley Metallinks there. Granted, the frames are about 3 years old. Got them here back in 2019, but the lenses were brand new. These kicking ass lenses there. Oh my god, these things kick. And once my bags and stuff had came through, well, my glasses weren't there. They went missing. So one of those fucks stole my glasses. And I was like, you know what? Let him have it. Let him have it, because it was an old frame, anyways. I needed to get me some new ones, anyways. Probably that same style and whatnot. But I was pissed about the lenses there. I was like, oh man, paid a grip on those lenses there, man, over at Alaska Eye Care Center. So really nice frames. Oh, actually, really nice lenses there. So, and I didn't let that one incident ruin my 30 days out there. And so went to board my plane. Did my last little video there, telling everybody it was real, and proceeded the 4-hour flight to Narita. Got there and boarded a plane again. I think it was a 2-hour, maybe an hour and a half layover. Between an hour and a half and 2-hour layover. So I was there for about a minute. Then from Narita to Los Angeles, and that was a 10-hour flight. And I had an entire row of seats to myself there, man. So that was cool. I stretched out, whatnot. Kind of got some sleep on there, but really couldn't because, I'm such a wide dude there. I was like, oh, geez, so what the hell? But I did my best. And what else? Landed in L.A. around 11:30 in the a.m. or 12 p.m., somewhere around there, and proceeded to have a 7-hour wait, 7-hour layover over there. Yeah, 7 hours. So, whatnot. That was a brutal part right there. And from there, it was on to Anchorage, and that was a 5-hour flight there. And yeah, got here on a Friday and been here ever since. And still kind of feeling jet lagged there. I worked Saturday and Sunday, and just felt like I was 9 steps behind everything there, man. I was like, oh God, but I powered through that. Here I am on a Monday there, and I'm getting myself back, to being my old self there, and I'll either go to the gym today or probably early tomorrow, early tomorrow, because I'm filling in for somebody that day at noon, and I get off at 9 at the hospital. And plus, they're paying me a pretty good, penny there, to be there, So I was like, bet I'll do it. I don't care, So yeah, that's it, man. That was my trip. That's a whole summary there. Who to thank out there of, my cousin Rico and Matet and Gio. Thanks for being out there. Seeing me and whatnot. It's great seeing you guys. Francis and I go way back since our years in Manila. There, she used to live with us, and I used to terrorize her back in there. I was a horrible kid back in the day, and wrote her this lengthy letter, or email, some time ago, apologizing for all my actions that I had done, to her and all that, and finally saw her, and it was all good. It was all good, and she's a very good person there. She's got a beautiful family there, and great person there, great person. Who else? Hazel, she watched out for my mom one day. She claims to know me ever since I was a kid, but I don't remember her, so I do apologize for that, Hazel. But but thanks for being over at the house, watching mom that one day. It was much appreciated. Who else? Lena and and Emmy, the two helpers. Lena comes to the house Mondays and Fridays, to clean the house up and whatnot, and tend to mom. And Amy comes Tuesdays and Thursdays and does the same thing there. And the thing about Emmy, Amy's a damn good. She gives damn good mani pedis there. So my first week, man, I tell you, she gave me a mani pedi over there, man, and she got to work on my feet. I mean, she got to working on them, Jack. She had got that razor blade there, man. She started scraping off all kind of dead shit on my feet there, man. Just scraping it off. I don't know. Must have been mounds of it or something like that, man. Then she got the sandpaper, board and whatnot, started doing her thing on that, and by the time that was done there, man, she had my feet feeling like hard-boiled eggs, man. I mean, they was that smooth there, Jack. I mean, they was feeling good, feeling really good. And I was like, shit, I don't think my feet felt like that since I was a newborn baby or something like that, man. So that was really cool. It's a big shout to Emmy right there. Chris and his son, they help out in the outside of the house. So thanks for being there for my pops and, for my parents, really, And Chris is in every he's the handyman there, man. He fixes anything and everything there, and builds anything and everything there. So he made big improvements to the house there from 3 years ago, and the house seems more open now, especially the outside. I like the way Dad had done that, and that was really cool. Who else, man? Gosh, the Satlink for hooking up my dad's internet service over there. Dad's internet service was shit. It just wasn't cutting the mustard over there. So we got a bandwidth increase, and he wound up getting a new modem and all that. So and stronger Wi-Fi and all that. So it's on point there, man. He's with it. The only thing Dad needs to do right now is just get him a new desktop there, and he almost got it, but he just backed out. And I was trying to convince him to get this damn thing, but he's so I'm not gonna argue with him, but who knows, maybe he might get one, while I'm here, we'll see what happens. Man, Lourdes over at Bullduds, and Joyce, one of the trainers over there, thanks for accommodating me there, and Lourdes, coincidentally, she owns the Of Course Cafe there, so thank you for hooking me up with the good drinks there. It was much appreciated. What else, man? Gosh, places I went to like Jerry's Grill and Laza. Thanks for the good vibes and the good food there. And man, what else? Angela City, of course. Making memories. Galore there. Walking Street, thanks for the great times out there. I'll be back. This is not going to be, if I go back out there, on a more permanent basis, this is not going to be like an every weekend thing out there, for me. Hell, I'm 53 years old, and, I just want to chill, but every once in a while you do want to let your hair out and get out there and, party it up and whatnot. So, yeah. So thanks for the memories out there, and thank you for Kafia for checking up on my parents and whatnot. While I'm here, the first go around and whatnot. For the calamansi juice out there, oh my God, she brought these calamansi juices. It was just out out of this world. Oh my God, she brought 4 boxes out there, and by the time I left, there was only 1 bottle left. So what I was drinking there too. Every morning with my shakes there. So what else? Joyce, the other Joyce there, 22-year-old young lady there, that's Bill's sidekick, her favorite American word is cheers. So, we got together and did a lot of cheers and whatnot, and both Pollutons and God knows where else, and what else. I want to thank Belle, for, everything out there, man. I mean, it's a really, really good woman there. Very, very good woman. She lives in the town of Dila there, and she only lives mere minutes away from my parents' house, and she had volunteered to look out for my parents' needs and whatnot, see if they need anything and whatnot, you know, because there's just times that dad is just like, you know, too tired to even do anything or whatnot, you know, just doesn't feel like going out there to get anything, but he does it, you know, he does it. But, you know, Bella's always out and about, you know, doing this, that, and the third, and, with her family and whatnot. So, she had volunteered her services to, you know, to watch out for mom and dad, you know, whatever they need over at the grocery store or, you know, different places or hardware store, God knows what else, you know. She'll just shoot dad a text and, you know, or dad, if he needs anything, he'll shoot her a text and whatnot. So, that arrangement is going well with her. But, you know, dad, he's fiercely independent, you know, and I get that. I do get that. But it's a nice little arrangement there. So, and it's worked out. So thank you to Belle for everything there, you know, for showing me the ins and outs, you know, the do's and don'ts, you know, I don't know, for buying the the spicy Jollibee chicken there, man. That was some good stuff, man. Really, really good stuff. And I thank you for that. You know, and to my birth country, man, you know, thanks for having me back. You know, I really enjoyed being there the second go around. Learned a lot. You know, like I said, you know, I was there for a month rather than 2 weeks. You know, 2 weeks I really didn't do shit out there, you know, back in 2019. This go around I did. You know, I did some exploring out there. But my main focus was just being with mom and dad. You know, and there were days, I think every day I was out there, I would just sit out with dad, you know, in the carport or something like that. You know, have the Bose speaker going, you know, with the music, and have, you know, some sort of beverage there, you know, and my cigar, and, you know, we just sit and bullshit there, you know, and you know, I cherish those moments with dad. I really did. And if we weren't doing that, then we have the gates wide open. We have the chairs out there, and we just people watch and whatnot, and laugh at folks and whatnot, you know. So it was really cool, really, really cool. You know, just being able to do that with my pops. You know, we'd never done that when I was a kid, never. And just to do that with him, you know, and you know, him talking about his old days out there in Clark Air Base, you know, back when Clark was there and whatnot. And I think a lot of old school heads like my pop and whoever else is out there that's retired, you know, that was stationed out there at Clark Air Base, you know, they long for those days. But, you know, those days and years are gone. Clark's a totally different place right now. Totally different place. Friendship Avenue is very different. Or Friendship Boulevard, I don't know what it is, but it's Friendship. And, you know, Fields Ave is very different from what it was back in the day, you know, especially after the pandemic. So, but there is life out there. There is life out there. The people are friendly out there, except for that asshole who took my damn glasses. You know, I had a great time out there. So thank you to my birth country. You know, hopefully I'm shooting for a January return there. So, you know, I have to get some things squared away here, you know, before I do that. Dad and I, we're going to talk, you know, in earnest about me getting out there on a more permanent basis so I can take care of them, you know, and we'll see what happens there, man. We'll just see what happens. But the sky's the limit there for me there, you know. I'm at work. It was great to see everybody there Saturday and yesterday and whatnot. You know, but I'm back here. So what's going to happen with my channel now? Well, I'm here in Alaska, so I might as well start shooting in and around this place here. So get out there, do some exploring. You know, wintertime is around the corner here. You know, the colors are gorgeous right now. I'll shoot some footage of the colors here, you know, whatnot. You know, it's fall is very pretty around here. You know, summertime is pretty around here too. But while I was gone, I was told it damn near rained every day out here, man. It was like Seattle up here or some shit, you know. So, yeah. So it's gonna be an early winter out here. And from what people had told me, you know, that's lived there damn near all their lives, It's going to be an early winter, and it's going to be a bad winter too because of all the rain that they had while I was gone. So I got to buckle up for that. I'm gonna shoot footage of that there, and what else? Um, some other stuff too there, and shoot footage of the gym that I go to, and post that up, and just hopefully some different places there that you guys would like to see. I'm gonna stay away from the whole. I don't want to say it, the whole manosphere stuff like that. That's covered at great length and masterfully by two other YouTube vloggers out there that I respect so much. Mike Echeverria and that dude named Dave. Both are from Chicago, and Dave lives in Chicago, and he's got a very good channel out there. So check him out when you get a chance. And Mike, he lives in Florida. He's in the Medfield also. Owns a business or two or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. And we chatted a couple times. We did a video chat and whatnot. And so I'll stay away from that niche right there. And they seem to have that on lock right there. I'll chime in on any subject that they talk about and whatnot. I'll cam up or something like that. But for the most part, I'll stay away from all that. I don't want to ride their coattails like that. This is just me. I'm just an amateur vlogger here, man. I don't do any fancy intros or music or whatnot. Although it would be kind of nice to have the music thing going on there. So that's where the editing comes in. So I'll get that down pat there. Am I looking to get paid for doing this shit? Not exactly, but if the opportunity presents itself for me to get paid, hey, I'm all for it. I have to have so many watch hours and whatnot, and so many subscribers and whatnot. But hey, that means coming up with content every day like that. And I think I could do that. But I just got to keep it interesting and fresh and non-controversial and shit like that. Because as a man, I want to be held to a certain standard there. I want to be accountable. I don't want to steer people in the wrong direction. And I've seen a vlogger or two out there that have done that recklessly. And that's wrong. That's wrong. That's how you wind up getting broken homeless in the Philippines. They're living out in the streets or some goddamn beach out there. So for those vloggers who are doing that to them, shame on you. You should know better. Watch your words. Words are a big thing there. And whether you want to believe it or not, you are an influencer. You are an influencer in this game. And I guess I am too, even though, my content was just, hey, I was in the Philippines, just, getting stuff out there to put out there, to see, have you see what I see, So, but I want to be careful about this thing here. I don't want to steer you guys in the wrong direction. I don't need the nasty grams from anybody out there. I want to keep this nice and light and fun and I guess informative too. Whatever's out there. I'm gonna stay away from the political stuff. That's not my bag. If you guys want to get political, hey, more power to you. Go ahead, do it. What else there, man? Gosh, football season's here. My Steelers are 1-2. They lost to the Browns. They'll right that ship. I think they should start Kenny Pickett. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Offensive coordinator needs to get the hell out of town. Matt Canada, I think his game is towards Taylor for the college ranks instead of the pro ranks there. We need a pro style offense out there. And this whole jet sweep shit and God knows what else that Matt Canada brought. That's garbage. It's a bunch of bullshit. So, you know, do something about that by at the end of the season there, Mike. Please. So yeah, that's it. That's my time. You know, I'm gonna do some editing with this video here, and I think I'm just gonna get me some rest, some more rest here. It takes a good 3 or 4 days or something like that to really get your body back, you know, from a long trip like that and lack of sleep and all that. So, slept pretty good last night. I'm gonna sleep really good tonight. Get up, like I said, get up early, go work out, and you know, and do this shift at 12 p.m. And it'll be good to see, you know, bosses there and you know, co-workers from the day shift and all that. So it'll be nice to see them, you know, catch up and whatnot. And I think a lot of people lost money because they thought I was going to come back with a wife and whatnot. Surprise, no wifey in tow. So, all right, y'all, that's it. That's my time, and I will see you down the road. Okay. So please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell when you, if and when you do get a chance. Okay. I'm D Webb. That's my time, and I'm out, baby.